ink-a-dink, 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 ink-a-dink. Wow! Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. Can't play the piano without my glasses on. No. Yeah. Basil said, that better put in that order for about 99,000 other extra pairs of glasses. Friday night, and we've of course celebrated Easter last Friday, and then Sunday we took I guess Basil inserted a non-show because he wanted to. That's as we normally do. We celebrate Easter in a more religious way. So we inserted a show. What? Said. Said, look, Chumley, you didn't do anything. I inserted a show, and it was probably the best show ever. So if you want to look back, you can look back in the archives on Facebook or on YouTube, and you can see, because Sunday's Easter show was the non-show of all non-shows. Okay, so why do I feel like it's, you're a little ruffled too. Look at that, you got kind of crinkly around the edges. Your feather's a little out of place. I'll fix that. Your necktie needs a little bit of adjusting. Yeah, okay. Said, yeah, we're both a little rough around the edges, aren't we? Oh, and by the way, said, he continued, I think we might have made it to 1 million words, thoughts, and ideas. We might have hit that magic boundary that we've been aiming for 5 years now. 5 years and 5 years and 3 months and a little bit on Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Well, we didn't have the exclamation point right away. I mean, that came a little bit later. It was there, but we didn't enunciate it because that was one of the words that brought us to 1 million words, concepts, on ideas in the cat language. Now, dog, Snarky's behind the camera, and let's make it perfectly clear that dog is still stuck at 4. And, it's really the only ideas that they really need in dog. Although Snarky insists that there's a 5th one out there, something about, hey, where's my paycheck for the last five plus years? I mean, Snarky, you guys get the recognition, I mean, obviously, all the fan mail that comes into either addressed to Snarky at Basil BuddhaCat Presents, or to Tweety at Basil BuddhaCat Presents. Some of it comes into up in the hammock. We've got Bill Murray, Stephen T. Colbert, and Drew Carey, who we still lovingly referred to as LFFF, and of course, even on Friday night we don't play that acronym out. But so what word seems to have brought us to that magic million mark? Okay, says. Wow. So, you really can't say that on Friday night either. But, so we'll, and he wants to replay this show on Sunday morning, so he's got to be a little bit cautious about it, but, okay, he says, if it passes the censors, it passes the censors. If it doesn't, too forking bad. Okay, fair enough. So that millionth word is, and by the way, you know I was playing that song you wanted me to. That was actually the Basil BuddhaCat Jazz Stroll. Oh, Basil BuddhaCat Jazz Strut. That was, tell me, what do you think? You like it? I mean, you claim to have written it. It's kind of how it goes. So you think that might replace the opening or the closing song, Inky Dink? Yeah, you know, the one we've been doing for 5.5 years now almost. Inky Dink, Inky Dink, Inky Dink, and Dinky, wow, you know, something like that. Said, wow. Said no. Or en français. So no, it's not French. French is no. Okay, still stuck up on this Russian investigation thing. So I gotta, you know. Apparently, he wants me to learn a little Russian, like he does. Of course, he speaks 3,000 different languages. He speaks more languages than Pope Francis. Matter of fact, he taught, well, through Pope Francis's cat Basil. He taught Pope Francis a lot of those languages. So credit where credit is due to Basil, the cat of all cats, right? Okay. So he wants me to throw this in for the Russian conversation. Niet. Okay. We're staying with that. We're staying with Inky Dink, and we're also staying with the song at the end about on Wall Street, which eventually whoever wrote that song on Broadway is going to catch up with us, and we're going to want, you know, some cha-ching. And where are we going to get that money from? And we don't have, well, BM, baked beans. Still have them. As long as, well, we got Heineken. Yeah, we don't get paid by them yet, but we're working on it. Little Jeffrey Peterson, who's conspicuously got that Heineken, big giant Heineken bottle in a special location of blockage. Okay, now, you know, Walter didn't do a very good job cleaning up. So we're going to have to look around. Around here somewhere. Okay. Well, it's apparently this is the phone. And it's the color of green, so we'll see. Hello? Thank you for calling Basil BuddhaCat Presents. How may we help you? Did you order pizza? It's Papa John's Pizza online. Okay, Basil winked at me, so I think he probably did. So there's going to be like 1,000 pizzas at the door in a couple of minutes. So, but he said, said, and you can tell that Papa John, who back in 2012 threatened his employees that if they voted for Barack Obama and he found out about them, they'd all be fired. Any of them that voted for Barack Obama. Needless to say, all of them voted for Barack Obama, because he definitely, the polls show, wow, definitely the polls show that that Obama won the pizza pie delivery person vote. So Papa John, so Basil wants to add an addendum to that pizza delivery order that he sent into Papa John's Pizza. Are you still? Oh, there's. And it is Papa because he's been he's teaching. He's actually in his stores teaching his employees about his political views and how they ought to fall in line behind them if they want to keep their jobs. Okay. And hold on, Papa John. Okay. Basil's got an addendum to that request for 10,000 pizzas that he ordered to be delivered here. You know, the doorbell's going to ring probably any minute in the middle of the show, and what are we going to do then? Basil said, okay. Basil said, never mind. Said, never mind. My addendum to the order is, fork you, Papa John. Okay. Oh! Kristen Schoenfeld, producer Kristen Schoenfeld is here. She's going to feed the fish.
Feed the fish.
Feed the fish, okay. You know that the tank, that sound you hear in the background, that gurgling noise, is actually not the sound of Trump's, President Trump's friends being carted off to slaughter one by one. But it's actually the fish. It's our fish, and there they go. They come to the top of the tank. They've got us all well trained. We think we've got them well trained. They come to the top of the tank when Kristen gets the. Hey, toss me that thing. Whoa.
This?
Yeah. Here. Okay. So tetrafin, goldfish flakes, and it says. It's good, of course, for your fish tank. Ideal for small ponds too, and that might work out well later on for us. But at any rate, it don't these fish normally have 3 fins? So what's this? Oh, Tetra. Hey, new corporate sponsor, Pond Sticks. And it says Pond Sticks is an ideal maintenance diet that provides nutrition for energy, longevity, and overall health. Feed at least 2 to 3 times daily, only as much food as your fish will consume within 5 minutes without jumping out and trying to bite your fingers off. When water temperature is below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, pond fish should be fed only Tetra Ponds, trademark, spring and fall diet. They should not be fed below 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Where they go into like hibernation then?
Yep.
Okay. Now there's another claim back here, something about if you feed them long enough, it doesn't say how long, but if you feed tetrafin, trademark, to your fish long enough, they'll actually, the lettering on the label will change to pentafin, because your fish will actually grow an extra fin. And that's pretty amazing. So good stuff. So tetrafin. I'm only doing what the corporate sponsor wants us to say.
Well, don't forget what today's date is.
What is today's date?
Which one is it? Today's a national fucking holiday.
420. Now, I don't have any connection to that 420 jazz, but apparently for some people, 420 has a certain relevance. Now, I'm not going there because I don't do that stuff. No, I don't. Not since I was a teenager, a couple times. But besides, we can't talk about that on Basil BuddhaCat presents ! Because Basil's been afraid now for over 5 years, over about 5.5 years now since Basil passed away, and he's always worried about lit matches. So, he's just about crinkly enough so that he could end up being lit up.
That's why you use lighters.
Oh, earthquake! On an earthquake-ometer. 5.5 magnitude, 111 kilometers. That's for the sexual animal in you. That's 69 miles southeast of Kursk, Russia. Okay. So. Okay, so there we go. We're talking holidays and we're talking corporate sponsors, and we don't want to get them mixed up because apparently the marijuana industry is not going to pay us money to promote them. What?
You're just over talking it.
So this time it's the Cat in the Hat phone. Hello. It's usually Lilith Tail included free of charges on here. Oh. It's producer Christian Schoenfeld. She's saying that we're over talking it, not giving her a chance to get involved in talking about 420. Okay, we'll dedicate a show to that at some point, hon. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, how can I call when I'm over here making coffee?
Well, how can Lil call when she's in the hereafter? Figure that one out. It's certain miracles that you just can't explain. So, okay. So Basil's millionth word, his millionth phrase, apparently is we made it to 1 million, so we should we can release the touchdown balloon that we got yesterday at the White House, where the New England Patriots met with President Trump, minus 4 players who said they wouldn't go for political reasons, minus Tom Brady, who was celebrating his mom and dad's 48th wedding anniversary, minus a guy that, if not for his bad behavior, and I'm talking about Aaron Hernandez, who was convicted of a murder, was in prison for a few years now, was acquitted on another murder charge of 2 other guys, and then in prison he hanged himself. So he wasn't there either.
Was he well hung?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't know. Because Dick Van Dyke is not around, even though Dick Van Dyke's handcuffs are hanging around here somewhere. Yeah. Dick Van Dyke's handcuffs are here, but I don't know where Dick Van Dyke went to.
He's upstairs.
Oh, okay. In the Van Dykeatorium?
Something like that.
Okay, so
Floor of shame.
So the millionth word is cuck soccer. Now, the Scrabble board is all filled up, so we can't do anything with that right now. But we'll have to work on that because you have to look up cuck and you'll have to look up soccer, like SOC, not SOCCER, the SOCKER. So you have to look that up. So that's our millionth word. Ta-da! We made it to 1 million words. Snarky's still at 4. So, but what Basil really wants to do. Oh, one more thing he wants to talk about briefly, and we've been alluding to this for a while now, and I think they're even on the Scrabble board, but we'll get to them eventually. Well, we're going to add 3 more names to our burgeoning Hall of Shame, which is obviously populated for 30 years now with Donald Trump. But also, Bill O'Reilly nudged his way in yesterday. Hey, Walter. Hey, come on, do some cleaning. Okay. Basil said, look, just don't let Walter walk in front of my picture, because this is my show. Walter keeps trying to nuzzle in and muscle in and hey. Okay, there. I'm trying to get Walter to get off the table.
There you are.
There. Off. Okay. She'll get off eventually. So we have this Hall of Shame that's well, careful. She likes tape.
Yeah.
You can reach across. Okay. Walter seems to like tape for some reason.
She loves tape.
Yeah.
You know, you're losing the top of your head when you stand up. When you sit up.
And what's unusual about that? Been working on doing that for a while. So the Hall of Shame, which is newly founded, Donald Trump, 30-year lifetime member, Bill O'Reilly just jumped in because he finally did something bad enough so that Basil's glaring at Walter. All right, Walter, clear off the table. Finish your cleaning. You've been here 30 seconds already, 40 seconds already. Your work week's over. So Bill O'Reilly found his way into the club. You know, O.J. Simpson's been there for a while. So now we got the mighty three. We got Donald Trump, O.J. Simpson, and Bill O'Reilly. But Basil wants to add three more, and if Walter would get out of the way, you probably could see it on the Scrabble board. But and we'll get to these guys in a while because they need a couple of shows to work them over. J. Michael Pearson, Howard Schiller, and William A. Ackman. Okay? Basil's
That's Jeffrey's brother.
Stu. Which one?
Peterson.
No, Pearson, not Peterson. Yeah, Michael J. Michael Pearson, Howard Schiller, and William A. Ackman. So Basil says, you know, we'll get to those guys eventually, but today he's got a question for me. The first question is, of course, the hell is Walter going to get off the table? That should do it. No? Yeah. All right, come on. Good. All right. Okay. Good. There you go, Basil. You're visible again. The question he has for me apparently is it's on a more somber tone, and started off with so look, I just don't understand people. Said cats and really in fact all members of the animal kingdom, probably with the exception of Homo sapiens, they believe in self-preservation. They believe that they don't give up. If an animal gets caught in a trap, in a snare of some kind, their foot gets caught in a trap, they'll bite their foot off to save their own lives. And apparently they know that if they bite it off at a certain spot, at a joint, the blood will. Like the guy that got caught in that was rappelling and all of a sudden got caught by a rock and he was done for. And finally he knew that if he took what hon? Yeah. Finally he realized that if he took the knife, he has all kinds of tools with him when he does these things, and he cut off his arm, he could get out of there the blood would clot. It would of its natural sense on its own would stop bleeding, and he would survive. He'd lose his arm, but he'd save his life, and he did it. Basil doesn't understand apparently, and he's asking me, like I understand these things. If animals, and when he says animals, he means real animals, not phonies like Homo sapiens. If they've got the sense to preserve themselves, if they've got this self-preservation technique and this motivation inside them to live under any circumstances, even if they got to take a leg off and hobble around the rest of their lives, what's with people? Why in the world? And this happens a lot, and we watch enough TV to know this happens a lot, where people take their own lives. And here's Aaron Hernandez, and granted he shamed himself terribly. He's a murderer, probably. I mean, it seems pretty obvious that at least in the first case, in the one where he was convicted, although he denies it, it's a pretty safe bet that he murdered that guy. It's probably a fair bet that he murdered those two other people, and who knows how many other people. But he's in prison, he's alive, he can think, he can write, he can maybe even feel a little bit of shame. So why in the world would he hang himself? What's with that? Why do people do this? I mean, it's Basil and I are not Catholics. I mean, we're devout Christians, religiously and Buddhist philosophically, but we don't ascribe to any particular religious denomination, except perhaps maybe our favorites would be Quaker and Unitarian, probably. Unitarian Universalist is probably as close as you come to being good progressive Christian churches. Methodists are pretty high up on the list. And then philosophically, we're Buddhists, which is pretty noble way of looking at life and a good way to live. But the Catholic Church, and Basil says that a lot of discussions with the Pope's cat, who's by the name was also named Basil. And Pope Francis is good friends with us, good friends with Basil. At least I've never had a communication with him. But Basil says he's good friends with Pope Francis through Basil, Pope Francis's house cat. And the Catholic Church looks on suicide as being one of the ultimate sins, taking your own life. And Catholic Church believes in purgatory, that when you die, you go into purgatory and you wait there for the judgment as to whether you're fit to go into heaven. Basil and I don't agree with that. We believe everybody goes to heaven, no matter what horrible things you do, that God is all forgiving, and you're going there, no matter what you do. And that's the big argument is would Hitler go to heaven? And I guess even somebody that does as horrific a thing as Hitler, although according to Sean Spicer, at least, what did he say? Basil said, said, that jerk. Oh, and he also said, said, that little twerp. Well, come on, don't insult him by calling him little. Said, look, okay, enough. We're gonna continue this conversation until the end of the show, but we're not doing a Sunday show. This is also our Sunday show. So come back with us next Friday night for a brand new show. Basil BuddhaCat presents! Exclamation point. Maybe we'll even have a celebration for this 100th word, cuck soccer, this 100th term. And And we'll probably also be talking about this notion of suicide and Aaron Hernandez and trying to sort through what the heck goes on in the minds of human beings that kill and that then kill themselves, and what the point of that all is. So this has been Basil BuddhaCat Presents. I'm David Stevenson, Basil's co-host, interpreter, and chief gopher, and we'll see you Friday night. They say they'd rob your grandma blind on Wall Street, fritter her away her Medicare on Wall Street. And Pharma Oil and their pet fox don't care if she lives in a box, so long as they wear platinum jocks on Wall Street, Meow.